Welcome back to the Barbecue Lab. My name is David Gafford, and today we're testing 6 of the best boning knives on the planet that we're aware of, and I can't wait to show you which one is the best. We've even got a special guest dropping by to be able to help test these knives, and we're testing them on 4 different briskets. So if they can trim a brisket, you know they're gonna be good. All right, I'd like you to meet Joel. You almost got to meet Joel if you're a fan of this channel. You almost got to meet him about a year ago when we did a rib cook together. And we did this rib cook, we were comparing some things, and we got all the way to the end of the cook. And then I'll just say someone in our families ended up testing positive for COVID, and we never got to finish that video. So it's taken us a year to get back here, but I want you to meet Joel. He's a good friend of ours, good friend of the channel, and today we're gonna test these boning knives. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these, we're gonna put them in our hand, and I wanna talk about which one feels the best in the hand, all right? So let's take a shot at it. You've had a chance to hold them all. Is there one that you look at and you go, this one fits my hand the best?
The ones that are more contoured feel a little more comfortable in the hand. The Dexter and the Mercer have a better grip. So the Dexter's a little more textured, a little bit rubberized grip here. Felt like it was a little easier to hold in the hand, plus they're somewhat contoured.
Yeah, this is the one that I picked up and I was like, this feels good. I really like the feel of this one too, but I'm wondering if the handle's going to be too big for me. But
yes, also comfortable, but also could be slippery.
Yeah, this one, the first thing I thought of when I picked up the Hexclad, I thought Loki, and I thought, I've been watching Loki lately, so I thought about Loki and his daggers, and I was like, this one feels like this could be a Loki dagger because it's got a small handle, but it feels nimble. So that shows my nerdiness there, so my apologies.
None of them outwardly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, this one here, this is the Victorinox. This one reminded me of a steak knife growing up. Like, this is what the steak knives growing up felt like, had this handle. I know you can get Victorinox with a couple different handles, but that's what this one felt like when I picked it up. I went, this is a steak knife. So I'm interested to see how that performs in this test. So we've given you our thoughts on what the knives feel like in the hand. Now we're gonna put them to work. We have 4 briskets here. And if you're interested at all in barbecue and outdoor cooking, it's the perfect time to subscribe to the channel, because what we're gonna be doing is a video on these 4 briskets. We have 2 Wagyu briskets, we have a choice, and we have a prime. And these are going to be another video on the channel coming up soon. So this is a great time to subscribe. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take each of these briskets, we're gonna take 2 of these boning knives, and we're gonna carve each one with 2 knives and give you our thoughts on each. Now, there's probably no better way to do this than a nice video montage. So we're gonna take the next hour and a half of us trimming briskets and put it into montage form. If we're gonna pick a winner at different price levels, we're gonna pick a winner at $25, at $50, and $100. So the question comes down to, these 2 knives are both under $25. With these 2 knives at $25, if you're gonna pick one, which one would you pick?
I find them pretty comparable. However, if I had to choose one, I would probably go with this one.
Okay. Any reason why?
I feel like it held its edge a little bit longer, and I know you felt like this one was a little bit better hand feel. I felt like they were kind of evenly matched in that. So good grip, good feel in the hand, held its edge a little longer than this one.
So I've actually had one of these knives for probably 2.5 years now. So I know this knife really well. I've never actually used the Dexter before until this trim. So I'm really intrigued with this because I thought that I was going to come out of it and say I really like the Mercer better, but I think I'm leaning a little bit towards the Dexter on this one, primarily because it just feels good in my hand. I like this big stop that it has at the end for my finger. I like that big stop. This one right here is a little more angular, and I think that's probably the reason I'm going to go one over the other on that. All right, so for the best under $50, you can choose the Mercer, the Dexter, the Kyoku, or you can choose the Victorinox. Of these four under 50 bucks, what would you choose?
I would definitely go with the Kyoku. And right from the start, when we started using this, it was noticeably the sharpest knife I had used to that point. And it held its edge fairly well. Not uncomfortable in the hand. If I was going on grip alone and comfort in the hand, this would not win. But if I was picking a knife to use, it would have definitely been this one.
For me, I had never used the Victorinox before. I had used the Kyoku before, but the Victorinox was a brand new one for me. And I felt like this had a good sharp edge that maintained it throughout the whole entire trim. But I will say it feels like I'm using a handle from Texas Roadhouse. I don't know why. I feel like this is a Texas Roadhouse knife with a boning knife on the end. So that was a little weird for me. But I'd say under 50 bucks, if I was going to go with one, I'd probably go with the Kyoku as well. All right, so last but not least, under 100 bucks, we have the Hexclad, we have the Dalstrong, and we have all of them. So you have any of these for a choice under 100 bucks. Which one would you go with?
The Kyoku would still be in the running. On these two, they both had good sharpness. They both held sharpness longer. They both felt pretty good. If I had to pick one over the other, it'd be the Dalstrong for two reasons. One, it had a more comfortable grip in the hand, and it's simply more attractive.
Yeah, I'd never used either of these before today's cook. And so these were both first times. And the Hexclad, very nimble as we were getting through it. But I wish I had more control of my hand around this handle. It's just completely smooth, and I wish I had a little bit of contour to it. The Dalstrong gives me that contour. I feel like I have a little bit more control. I can hit this section with my hand and be able to kind of pull with it. So out of these two, they're really close for me, but I'm going to go with the Dalstrong as my winner under 100 bucks. Now, the thing that's intriguing for me is that you could buy one of these for around 90 bucks, but you could buy 3 of these, 4 of these for the price of one of these. So the question comes down to, would you rather have one of these and one of these and one of these for the price of one of these? Something to consider. That's definitely something that you might want to throw around in your head there. And if you're giving gifts for Christmas, I mean, these are great gifts. I mean, there's not a single one of these that I would say, man, that thing's a piece of garbage. It would not trim a brisket. So I was overall impressed, but I would say those are our thoughts for 25, 50, and 100 bucks. If you're interested in any of the knives that we reviewed in today's video, just check out the links in the description below. They're going to take you to where you can get the best price for any of the knives that we reviewed today. Also, if you're looking to get a gift for somebody or you want to buy yourself a little something, check out our new Amazon storefront page. It's packed with all the best in outdoor cooking for you. We also have our shop page, as always, over at thebarbecuelab.com. It's full of all the best grills, outdoor cooking appliances, things like knives, knife rolls, anything you could possibly want for cooking outside, we've got you covered. So give that a look whenever you need to raise your cooking game. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab, and I want to say thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time.